Lion Nation, a pleasant hello to you out there. Episode of Coach's Corner. My guest, of course, Lions head football coach Victor Santa Cruz. And Coach Santa Cruz, we have a 4-0 football team to talk about. JSerra improving to 4-0 last week. What I would say is your first kind of test of the season, big test of the season, down in Lincoln. JSerra emerging 28-19. My first question to you, you had a really good opponent that was motivated. It's their home environment. Had some calls kind of go against you, but you guys did what you had to do to get the victory, and I think that bodes well moving forward. What did you see from your vantage point?
Well, I'll echo a lot of just that they were motivated. The opponent was motivated. They brought what I thought was an amazing effort for what we have, and but to backtrack, every week is the big week for us. And Sierra Canyon was one of the top teams in the state. We were able to rise up and learn and grow. Then Aquinas, they brought their A game, rise up and grow. Clovis, as physical as that is, rise up and grow. Lincoln, it's a big saying with us in our program. It's not who we play, but how we play. And so we're expecting the big week every week, because that's just understanding what our goals are. Is that there's a certain standard you got to keep rising up to, and you got to keep developing, and that's what we're trying to do here in the program. So last week, to see an opponent that showed us something on defense that they'd never shown us before. It was out of the box. It was unorthodox, but our guys adapted quickly well. Like, oh, okay, and then you got the run game going, you got the passing game going. Referees are what referees are. That's just part of the game. And but I think arguably for us, it was on the sideline one of the top moments in my time here, just seeing the whole team rally together and just love the competition of what was in front of us.
Now, what was in front of you was another strong performance from your quarterback, Ryan Hopkins. Yeah. 2 touchdowns passing, 2 beautiful balls. In terms of getting to a location and giving your wide receivers a chance to make plays, and then 2 more touchdowns with his legs. Every game this year, he's had a touchdown run of over 20 yards, which I think is something that's unique. It doesn't happen like that very often. What are you seeing from him?
Well, what I see is a combination of him growing up as a quarterback, him completely different physically than he was last year. So he's learning the game. I also see the system helping to use his legs really well. You're seeing the comfortability of the receiving core with Ryan, and all of that is just every week they're growing, they're getting more. And so we know as a staff of what these guys are capable of, what our receiving core is capable of, what our O-line is capable of, what the running back core is capable of, obviously what Ryan is capable of, even it's and then obviously defensively. So but it's one thing to know what they're capable of. It's the next thing to see them grow into that, and that's where you're starting to see them grow into it, and that's a sign of a healthy program right now.
Speaking of a healthy program, you've had a healthy amount of big plays this year. 20 plays on offense, defense, and special teams of over 20 yards. 10 of those have resulted in touchdowns.
No.
Just talk a little bit about seeing a team that can strike with a big play, in addition to what you guys can do in terms of maybe running the ball and using sort of the power offense there.
Yeah, I think it's just when you try to walk it backwards of, okay, what's our goal? What do we want to accomplish? And obviously we want to win the championship. We want to be number 1 in the nation. We want, that goal, walk it back, and you look at, okay, what are the attributes of those type of teams? And one of the big attributes of those type of teams are they can be explosive. And to see our guys begin to put together explosive plays is something we didn't have necessarily last year. And now this year, to see the explosive plays start to come out, I think back to, for me, evaluating it, it's like I see the team growing. And explosive plays are, it's how you can really flip a game, both defensively and offensively. And I know what our guys are capable of, but when it's back to the whole thing, it's great to see them start doing it on the field.
Now, talking about on the field this week is Damien High School. Chance to go to 5-0, but obviously another difficult opponent, ranked in the top 30 in the state. What do you know about them? How will you attack the challenge that they will present and look to get to 5-0?
Yeah, they had a coaching change late in the summertime, and Coach Stewart steps in, and he had been on staff, and I think what he's doing is a really good job of just the way he's coaching the team up. They're extremely competitive. I thought very aggressive on defense. Offensively, they got a quarterback that stays alive in the pocket. It's got great accuracy. They got receiving core that can take the top off. O-line, you're going to see one of the bigger O-lines who played. And then when it comes to who they are defensively, they're an attacking style defensive front. They're going to pressure you in all kinds of different ways. So it's back to a whole 1-0 mentality. That's what we're trying to get this week. And so whatever the record is, no matter what happens, you got to go in this week with a 1-0 mentality. So that's been how we do our Monday meetings, how we do Tuesday, the whole process. And we're just trying to challenge our young men to say, be all about the process of getting yourself ready to play. Then come Friday, you're standing on your process and all the details that you went through. If you start just looking ahead at the game, it's a fool's campaign at that point. We're going to put all the work in that's necessary to get ready for whoever's in front of us that coming weekend. It just so happens to be Damien this week.
Well, another road challenge that is Friday night at Damien High School. Opportunity for the Lions to move to 5-0. They have a bye week after that. So we look forward to seeing what the Lions can do. Like I said, 4 weeks, a lot of strong play and a lot of good things to look forward to into the future. Coach Santa Cruz, again, thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you Friday night.
All right.